All right, cool. All right, hi everybody. I'm here with the East Tennessee Paranormal Project. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Cool. Um, so thank you for joining us. It's really exciting. I've been looking forward to this for a while.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course, anytime. So I guess I'll start off by asking how you guys formed your team.
Well, back in 2014, me, my brother and sister came up with we got together and we came up with MPD, Morristown Paranormal Detectives. But that slowly kind of fizzled out. But when we back in 2016, our we met at a call center. Me, Jessica, Stephanie, and Cody, and we all met in 2016. And soon after that, in 2017, we came up with East Tennessee Paranormal Project, and so it's definitely like NPD was definitely the making of what we are now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Kind of foundation.
Yeah,
So
the
they
foundation. Yeah.
they added on me and Cody. We're married, Cody and I. They added us on to their brother sister trio when we met them at a call center. So
Oh, that's awesome. That's really
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So I guess I can ask, do you each have your own ghost stories of separate things that you've done before of the reason why you started paranormal groups?
We all have different reasons. We've all, I think most of us since we were young, have had some type of influence from the paranormal that have gotten us into it. And then we've had different experiences as a group, and then I think a lot of us have had experiences on our own as well.
Okay, cool. So I guess what's your favorite ghost story as a team that you guys have right now then?
That's
Oh.
hard.
I mean, like a personal, or is it?
No, it's like
Like,
something we've done as a
Like as a
group.
group. Yeah.
That's
I
hard.
think when you got hit with deodorant,
Yeah,
that was pretty
yeah.
simple.
That was
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what
I
happened with
think I
that?
didn't care for it, but
Cody had things thrown at him.
yeah,
Where was that at?
that would have been
White,
Newport,
no, White
White
Pine.
Pine. Yeah.
We were at a private residence here in East
Oh,
Tennessee, White Pine, Tennessee. We were doing an investigation for someone who reached out to us that needed help finding out what was in their home. And so we were all there as a group investigating, but Cody took the brunt of it. I'll let him explain what happened.
Well, I didn't enjoy it as much as these guys. Uh, what happened is we were doing an EVP session in this bathroom that was at the far end of the residence. Me and Steven were in there first doing that. And then what happened was Steven left the bathroom and kind of started to go reconnect with the rest of the group while I stayed back and just kind of did a little bit more with the EVP. And I was actually starting to gather up the recording devices and things like that. And I turned around because I went to walk over to like the furthest part of the bathroom, kind of near where the shower was at, because I thought I heard something fall down. So I was just shining my light over there and looking to see what had happened. And then like I felt this like it something hit me in the shoulder like pretty hard. I mean, it hurt a little bit. And I didn't know what it was, so I was looking around to see what had hit me in the shoulder, and I found this like it's like an old style deodorant. It's like one of the spray can deodorants, but it was like one of the really old ones, and it was laying in the floor, and I was like, "What on earth?" And I picked it up and I was looking at it, and I looked around. Of course, the first thing I did was see if anybody was around me, and nobody was in there. I was the only person in that end of the house. And when I turned back around, I couldn't find anything, so I just set the deodorant back up on the rim of their bathtub there, and I walked back out. I didn't hear anything at the time aside from the impact and hearing that clatter. But when we got back and we were going over the footage at a later date, it was probably a few days later, I guess, on one of the EVPs, I said, "What on earth hit me in the shoulder?" And you can hear me say that on the recorder. And then there's like a really deep voice and it sounds kind of gravelly and it says deodorant, like really deep. And I was just like, oh my God, like that's crazy.
oh my gosh.
It's definitely an intelligent one.
That was wild.
Yeah, no
That,
kidding. Holy cow.
yeah. I didn't I didn't enjoy it as much as the rest of them, but yeah, that was pretty wild. That was one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me, or I probably think us as a group. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Or
crazy.
the incident at the other place in White Pine where we did the housing. You guys heard?
Oh yeah, we heard that voice in the
Mhm.
living
Yeah.
room. Me, you, and Mac did.
Yeah, we were at another private residence helping a family. And so Stephen and Cody, these two, were outside and they had their walkie-talkies and they were just doing a walk around of the perimeter. And then Stephanie and I and our other member, Mac, who's not here with us today, were in the living room with the husband and wife of the family. And from the back of the house, there was nobody else in the house but us five that were in the living room. From the back of the house, we heard something go, "Hey, hey, hey." And we all looked at each other and we're like, what was that? It was like a male voice and it was very distinct. So we radio Cody and Steven outside and we're like, "Hey guys, are you at the back of the house?" And as soon as I picked up the radio to call them, they came through the front door. So nobody was at that end of the house. It definitely came from inside the house,
Yeah.
and it was a distinct, clear male voice that was trying to say hey to us. So disembodied voice is one of the things I
Yeah.
didn't have on my bingo card, but it's very cool to have experienced. It was very
Yeah,
neat.
for sure. That
Yeah.
is cool. So do you think, how do I word this? Do you think it was like trying to get your attention, or do you think it was just making its presence known? I know that kind of sounds like they're similar, but
You know, I think my personal belief is that sometimes the spirits know that you're there, and so they do things to like get your attention because they know that somebody's going to be paying attention and can actually hear them and interact with them. So maybe it was like, "Hey, we're here, like notice us." I don't know.
It was
okay.
definitely a surprise because I remember we all looked at each other and was like, "Did you hear that?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were like at the other end of the property, not even near the house at the time. I remember it was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
And that was just live then. It wasn't like something that you played back and heard.
No,
No.
No.
No,
we didn't have
Oh
any
my gosh.
equipment on. We were just interviewing the husband and wife just to see what the activity in the house was. So unfortunately, we weren't able to capture it on anything, but we all heard it. I mean, very clearly.
Yeah.
Five of us
Oh,
heard it. So that was pretty phenomenal. I wish we could have recorded
Me
it,
too.
but
That would have been great.
sometimes things happen when you don't have your equipment on and you're not ready for it, but we witnessed it at least. So
I'm convinced that they happen when you don't expect it, honestly.
yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, that's cool. So I've gotten kind of like your group experiences. What about individually? Do you have a favorite ghost story that you'd be willing to share individually?
I think maybe.
we all probably have
Oh,
some
yeah.
weird
Yeah.
at least.
I had an experience in Jonesville, Virginia. It's, let's see, and just to clarify, I'm in the group. I'm more of a skeptic. You know,
Okay.
I haven't seen or heard anything that I couldn't try to debunk. But this time I don't have an explanation. And but we were in Jonesville, Virginia. I was at a reenactment. I'm a Civil War reenactor, and so we were camped out, and this was in June of 2011, and we did the reenactment on Saturday. Saturday night, we decided to and at a reenactment, it's all quiet in the camp after a certain time, and they're really strict about that. So we'll just kind of quiet it down. Well, a few of us got down to the bottom of the hill where we camped at to they play a little music, banjos and guitars, and so we'll go down there and we're just having a good time. Well, I decided to go up to the where my tent is, where our camp is, and as I go in there, I'm walking towards my tent, and I can see someone in my tent, and I sleep alone at reenactment, so no one should be in my tent. And so as I'm getting close, I maybe a couple feet from it, and this figure, and it was dark, so I couldn't really see, but this figure came and rushed me, actually punched me in the nose. I had a nosebleed,
Oh my gosh.
and it spun me around. It went down the hill. The cops got called twice, um, because during the whole time, from the moment I got hit, up until about 4 o'clock that morning. We were getting sticks, rocks thrown at us, horseshoes for playing horseshoe. They were getting thrown at us. A hammer actually almost hit a cop while he was up there doing, investigating. A rock hit a cop car. A couple more rocks hit other reenactors' trucks. At one point, we had a lot of other reenactors come up to the camp to kind of help us look around, see if someone was playing a prank. We had about 30 reenactors up there looking with flashlights and even guns. Looking and seeing, and things were still getting thrown at us. And it wasn't until my battery commander, Bill White, he just threw up his hands. I remember him saying, "Okay, that's it. We're done. I'm out of here. We're leaving." And the moment he said that, nothing else happened.
Oh, wow.
And so it was like I said, I try to debunk things, I try to understand things. I don't want to go straight to, oh well, that must have been a ghost. That's the only time that I could ever think that I could not explain something. It tripped us all up. And actually one of the reenactors that was there, he didn't quit reenacting, he just stopped going for a while because it freaked him out so bad that he did. If you spoke about it, you thought he would see a ghost because he would turn white. So
Like PTSD.
it was definitely a heck of an experience, and that experience was actually one of the stories that was on the Travel Channel that
Oh, that's really cool.
we were in. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I'm glad nobody
Yeah.
got hurt.
Oh no, I mean no one got seriously hurt. I got popped in the face, but
Well,
and
yeah.
then and like I said, when I told the cops, they were asking me, well, do you know who done this? Did you see him? I said no. The only thing I saw was they were wearing blue jeans, but everything blue jeans up dark. The color shirt part was dark. I couldn't really see, and we started thinking was like, well, where we were camped at, uh, some Union soldiers got massacred up there on that top of that hill. And so everybody was kind of putting one to one, one and two together, saying, "Oh, well, blue jeans, well, sky blue pants is something that Union soldiers wore, and in a dark upper body, maybe the coat." I know people just, coming up with their own ideas, but that was definitely an event that I can't explain.
Yeah, that's crazy. And for multiple people to be all over the place too and experience it, that's
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't just one or two people, saying, "Oh, did you hear about this?" There was 30 people up there looking around, plus 4 cops altogether. So I
crazy.
mean, yeah,
A sizable group.
yeah,
Just a little bit.
That's a heck of a story. Holy cow. Well, I mean, I'm kind of weird, I guess. That sounds really cool. I really wish I could have experienced something like that, to be honest.
Well, I mean, when it's like noises or you hear whispers, that's one thing. But when you start getting a hammer thrown at you and horseshoes thrown at you, then it's like okay, we even searched up in the trees to see if there was anyone up in the trees. Couldn't find nobody. Like I said, 30
Yeah.
people plus 4 cops looking up and down the hills that where we were at, and still being stuff being thrown at us, and we still can't find no one. I mean, there was something else we couldn't explain.
It's wild.
That's some intense energy right there, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, thank you
I
for
haven't
sharing
walked
this
you.
story.
It's wild.
yeah.
So you're a skeptic. So do you have a medium or anything like that? Or are you just all believers? Well, aside from trying to debunk the things or.
I would say Cody's our other skeptical person.
I'm a very logical person, and I'm pretty analytical in the way that I think. So before I would jump to any conclusions, I'd have to have something super definitive, to say like the deodorant story. I mean, that happened to me. Nobody else was there. I can't explain it. It obviously wasn't me throwing it at myself, right? So I don't know how else to explain that, but in general, I would try to find some other explanation before I would say there's a ghost or there's something else. And that does happen too to all of us. Like
Yeah.
we'll go somewhere and it'll just be something normal people don't quite understand, and we'll try to help them kind of explain it and be like, look, this is nothing. You've got some faulty wiring in your house that's making pops and cracks and stuff or whatever. And
Well, it's like the lady in Kingsport had.
yeah, I mean, there for every 100 ghost stories or whatever that you hear about, there's maybe one that might be legitimate. If you're incredibly lucky, and usually it's not that frequent. Like, I mean, well, I would say like 90% of the calls we go to is normal stuff. They just don't quite understand, or it's something with a regular explanation. It's sad, but it's more rare to find something that's actually happening, I would say. So I'm a little bit more skeptical as well, but I have seen things I can't explain.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you two are more believers than we are.
Mm,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I lean towards being a believer. I've always just had a fascination with things that are unexplained and wanting to find answers that are probably never going to be found, but it's the pursuit of it that's interesting to me. But yeah, I would say I'm more lean towards believing. Probably was even before I got into this, but especially now with some of the things that I've experienced, I would say that I definitely yeah, I would be a believer, and I think you probably would be
Yeah,
too.
I lean towards more believer, but I also believe I'm a little bit of a sensitive. I can feel
Okay.
things.
Have you ever
Um,
tried to dive into that more?
Not really. I just tend to just go with it. If we're in a place, they know me enough to well that I'm not going to make something up. So if I say, "Hey, I feel something," they'll come and check it out. Or I'm the one that has. Am I the only one here that has seen an apparition, or have you guys? I can't remember.
I haven't seen it.
Not definitive.
I think I'm the only one. I don't know if Mac has or not, but I think I'm the only one that has actually seen an apparition.
And well, we have some evidence too because we were at a house and you said you were getting a headache, and we
Yeah.
put the meter to the spot on her head that she said hurt, and it spiked.
Oh
So
wow.
a little bit of corroboration.
I've seen things, I've been touched. So yeah, I'm the one that tries to wait and see if I can feel anything.
Okay.
And normally when I do, it's pretty, that's when we get something.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So what kind of tools do you guys use then if on your investigations?
Gosh, we've got a whole arsenal of things.
Oh really?
Pretty much if it's for ghost hunting, we have it. Spirit box, EMF meters, thermal cams, regular cams, recorders, motion detectors, night vision.
Laser pads.
Yeah, just about anything you can think of.
Yep.
I wish our member Matt could be here. He's really into the equipment. He's bought us a lot of things. He just searches online and finds deals, and he's like, "Hey, I found another piece of equipment," and so we've got something else new to play with all the time. So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's way to do it.
yeah.
Do y'all have a favorite piece of equipment then
Your
that you
ghost
use?
box. Spirit box is mine.
Much.
Mine would be the spirit box too.
Yeah.
Just because you can get answers in real time, with the radio frequency sweeping and being able to ask questions and hear it played back to you and answer in real time is pretty cool.
Absolutely.
I think
Let's-
I like the different cameras that we use.
Yeah.
Because we've got a lot of information and a lot of evidence from like different things we'll catch on the camera that we don't see while we're in person. Like, and it can be EVPs like voices or sounds or something like that, or it could be like a silhouette or an orb or something that we might have missed while we were actually there, but when we run it back we can see stuff like that. So I'd probably say the camera equipment.
Yeah. Thermal cam is something I like.
Have
I
you
know it's
caught a
basic.
lot on it?
Yeah, I know it's basic and simple, but it's thermal cam is I like it.
I want to experiment with one of those. I have yet to get one, but it's definitely on my list.
Yeah, for sure. You should get one.
Yeah. I
Well,
would
again,
I
I don't
would
know.
recommend it.
I definitely, like I said, it's definitely on the list, but I don't know if I'm going to be okay if there's somebody standing right in front of me without me seeing them. Is there any place on your list that's like a bucket list place that you haven't gotten to go to yet?
New Orleans.
I'd
Same,
like to
actually.
go out to like Bob Mackey's or somewhere.
Oh yeah, Bob.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
activity there.
We've been wanting to get together and do a tour someplace where you can do an overnight, like Waverly Hills or
Mhm.
something like that. We're going as a group to Gettysburg next month, so that's been a bucket list for us that we actually get to do. And I think you guys just went to Gettysburg, didn't you?
Yep, we
Yeah,
just
I
got
saw that
back
on
on
Facebook.
Sunday. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
really cool. It's
yeah,
definitely an experience for sure.
yeah.
Devil's Den, I would 100% recommend.
Oh
For
yeah.
some reason, it just seemed like, I don't know, it was just unreal to be there and to know that there's just so much there.
Me
It's
and
cool.
me and Steven have gone what, 4?
This would be our 5th time.
We've gone with our parents, and Steven is our personal tour guide because that's his thing. But he goes to Devil's Den in the mornings when we're there, and he sits on top of the rocks. And I went with him one morning, and it's so peaceful. It's eerie up there early in the mornings. Like it's just so quiet. You're just waiting to
Very
hear
serene.
something. Like
Mhm.
it really is serene, but it's eerie. If that makes any sense.
Absolutely. After being there, I absolutely know what you're saying. I mean, being on top of the rocks, though, that's just a whole
Oh yeah.
different. The
Oh yeah.
view is
I
just
mean,
incredible from up there.
yeah. And then last year, since they opened Little Round Top, after
Hmm.
they were doing reconstruction and all that stuff, just making it more accessible for other people to get up there. I went up there by myself where the 20th Main was at. I got to be up there. It's real nice up there. The views even, I mean, the view is much better than it is at Devil's Den. But I do like Devil's Den, but the view from Little Round Top is extraordinary.
Oh, yeah, I will second that
Yeah,
as well. That whole area
yeah,
was just awesome.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we have a personal connection with Gettysburg. We had an ancestor that fought at the Battle of Gettysburg.
Oh, wow.
And so it's a going there knowing that I had an ancestor that was here 163 years ago is an awesome feeling.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
absolutely.
Yeah, we're excited. We're excited to be going.
As a
We've
group,
never been
finally.
as a group. Yeah, we're excited to go and actually investigate.
And what we're
Yeah, it's
going to do,
really cool.
we're going to try to make like a documentary of it. Like, that's the whole plan of doing an investigation, but we're also going to it's going to be like a documentary movie. That's the idea, at least.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys have a blast. I'm sure you will. Like I said, it's just awesome there. The Jenny Wade house is super cool. The orphanage was awesome. I just felt like I wanted to burst into tears when I walked in there. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We're gonna try and do the last year when me and Steven went, we got permission to go. We didn't do the full tour, but you can do the Farnsworth house. And we went down into the basement and saw the door with the cross that Lorraine Warren put on there. So we're hoping to do that again because that was really cool.
I did not get to do that. That does sound absolutely awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's a bed and breakfast and a restaurant too, so you can sleep in the Farnsworth house.
That would
And
be cool.
it's a beautiful building. I absolutely enjoyed it, and I hope we get to go back when we're there.
So I'm looking forward to seeing the documentary that you guys put together. That'd be really neat.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna work hard on it. So hopefully we'll have
Yes.
something good to present later on down the road. So
Absolutely awesome. That's so cool. I'm excited for you guys.
yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course. You've gone to Saks Bridge then too, the covered bridge while
Yeah.
you were in
Yeah.
Gettysburg?
Yeah, we went there a few times, but this when we go there with being as a group, we're going to do an investigation there that night. So it's going to be pretty exciting. I'm excited, and I'm going to wear my uniform as a trigger object. So I'm going to
Oh,
put
okay.
myself out there.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
We had mag lights going off. I don't remember if the video is up or not, but it was pretty cool. It was like they were walking back and forth in front of the mag lights because they would go, one would go off, then the other one turn off, and it was neat. So that was cool.
Oh wow.
That's
awesome.
Yeah. That's cool.
We're hoping for something like that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all just live for the evidence, don't we? All of us paranormal hunters, just
Yes.
that high
Yeah.
of getting that piece of evidence is just nothing better.
And that adrenaline rush, just when it's happening
Yeah.
right in front of you, and it's
Yes.
like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys have anything else that you want to share, or any questions or anything I mean, obviously we're in different states.
Well, I mean, other than the Gettysburg next month, which in what, a week or so, week and a half.
A week and a
Yeah.
half.
September 8th.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then in November we got the Appalachian
October.
Horror Fest
Oh, okay, cool.
in Knoxville. So we're gonna be guests there.
That's
you know.
awesome.
And then currently right now we're in the process of picking where we want to go next.
Yeah.
We got things planned, we're just trying to get them finalized.
Okay. Do you have any plans to come to New York? I've got some places.
I actually have family in New York, so it's definitely possible we get up there sometime.
Well, last year we went to Salem for Halloween.
Oh, I love
And
Salem.
we went to places like the Conjuring House, Lindsay Borden's house. We went to we went to a lot of places, but one place we went in New York was Sleepy Hollow.
That's one place I haven't been to in New York, and it's not that
Oh my
far away
gosh.
from
It
me.
is so beautiful there.
Yeah, we went and saw the cemetery. We saw the old Dutch church, and the bridge in town where from the book where Ichabod Crane supposedly went toe to toe with the horsemen. The bridge is still there. It's modern now, but that's what and from the legend of the Headless Horseman, that's all that happened right there. So that was neat to see.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely on my bucket list. But Hinsdale, that place is off the charts. So if you're looking for a lot of evidence, I definitely suggest Hinsdale, New York, and the Hinsdale House or the Dandy House.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
They
definitely up for
exercise-
going anywhere.
Yeah. We're hoping to get more places as a group. So
Okay, yeah, they do
Yeah.
overnight investigations, and you can stay there as well. But they exercise the house because they say that the house is what's the problem, and it's got a really cool history. So if you're looking for other places, I definitely recommend it. 110%.
yeah, we'll keep that on the list.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we saw in the basement a completely black figure that was like
Oh.
it looked like it was running around us. And then
Oh,
there was
wow.
another one that went the opposite direction, and like everybody saw it. So it wasn't just like a one-off thing. Like all 5 of us in the basement were like watching it with our eyes and stuff. It was crazy.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that
That
was really
sounds-
neat.
Yeah.
When we were at the Conjuring House, of course, Stephen being the skeptic, I tell him, hey, I just, experienced something. He would go, well, you're in the Conjuring House, so you're expecting something to happen. But we were in the living room where everything happened, and our tour guide's telling us what, the story and everything, and we get up to go into the kitchen, and from where I get feelings and stuff, something kept touching the back of my neck because I kept like moving my hair away from my neck, and I kept touching, like I was like, what is happening here? It's like so it was a weird feeling to be in that house knowing something like that has happened, and to actually experience something there, that was very surreal.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really neat.
I didn't feel nothing. I went upstairs to where the mother was actually, what they show in the movie where she was dragged down in the basement. And
Mhm.
actually, she was actually dragged upstairs through the girls' bedroom into the birthing room that was up there. And I went up there. I was by myself. Well, I mean, I was by myself for the first month
Oh.
before you came up there, and didn't feel nothing. I felt peace. Everything was calm. We even opened up the birthing room to the door where she was dragged in, and I went in, stood in there. I even got a picture of me standing in there. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, it was creepy, but that was I didn't feel nothing. I was but like I was telling her, when we go to these places, our minds are the mind is the most powerful thing, and
Absolutely.
it's gonna make you see something, it's gonna make you hear something, it's gonna make you feel all these things. So I always tell people, it's like, keep an open mind when you go to these places.
I didn't like the birthing room. I didn't like it.
I can say it was dark and creepy, but it was just a room full of junk, and that was it.
But we actually got to go to the cemetery that's right down the road from the Conjuring house, and that's where uh the real Bathsheba is buried
Okay.
with her husband and their children. And of course, the movie embellishes that Bathsheba was this evil witch when she wasn't. I mean, she was accused of witchcraft, but she never like hung herself or did anything like that. She lived until like 80 something. And the part in the movie where they said that she was related to somebody in Salem is true. Mary Estes, she was related to her, and Mary Estes was hung in the trials of the uh, Salem witch trials. So that part is true, but her being an evil spirit is not. And her gravestone kept getting knocked over. So there's a new one up, but it's further up from because it's in a gated area.
Right.
And so it's a little far back from where people. I mean, you could still get into the gate because we did, but hopefully nobody messes with her grave anymore. But yeah, so that was really cool to see.
Yeah, I bet. That's awesome.
Crickets.
Well, I don't know. I guess I'm at a loss for
Have
questions.
you
I think
have
my
you
mind
had
just went
any
blank.
experiences you want to tell us?
Hinsdale was my big one. I've been to Hinsdale 3 times. The first time was the Shadows. We tried a year later to recreate it. We had literally the same people, same place, same time, and unfortunately we didn't have it happen a second time. But we did go out into they have like a big pond, and like the yard's huge. It's just an open field like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to the pond and there was this little flag there, and I just thought, okay, they're going to be doing work, so they're flagging things, that's what my
Yeah.
mind. So I'm a medium, so I get things all the time. I walked across where that flag was, and all of a sudden I got like super nauseous. I went super white, and I couldn't stay in that area. And a few minutes later, the people came back and they were like, "Oh, that's where we found a body." And I just about fell on the ground. I was like, "You're kidding me." So then I saw this woman's basically last moments of her life, and I saw her put her hands up right before she passed. So that was kind of wild for me. That was like right before I accepted what I am, I guess, because I always
Yeah.
thought, well, there's no way. But that was probably a turning point for me in my abilities of being like, holy crap, maybe I actually can see, things
That's
that are
amazing.
happening or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
That's
definitely
amazing.
different. I'm still a little on the skeptical side sometimes, but
Have
been
you
getting a lot
always
more
known that
stuff.
you were a medium, or has it just been like since you were an adult?
Well, that's actually a really funny question. So for a long time, until I met people that can't see anything, I thought everybody could see spirits.
Okay. Yeah.
So I didn't know the difference. So when I met, people that were like, yeah, no, I never seen anything. It's like, oh, okay. So it wasn't until I actually started doing this paranormal investigating stuff that I've actually fully embraced myself
Okay.
as being me. So literally only the last couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a different experience, but I've always been able to like kind of see things and feel things. So
Yeah.
Rolling Hills is another place in New York. That's in East Bethany, New York. It's an old psychiatric hospital.
Yeah.
And Kevin and I were sitting in what's called the shadow hallway because they always see shadows walking across going into the different rooms. Well, they tell
Yeah.
you if you sit in like a wheelchair, it's a trigger for them because the nurses used to wheel the patients back to their rooms. Now,
Right.
I've been Rolling Hills probably 4 times, and I never really had anything happen until Kevin and I went. I'm super short. Like my feet didn't touch the ground when I sat in the wheelchair. So
Can relate. I'm short too.
um so when I was sitting there, I got pushed like 2 or 3 inches forward. And I looked over at Kevin, and Kevin was looking at me. He looked at my feet. He goes, "Your feet can't touch the ground." I was like, "I know." I said, "And I just moved." So that was really neat. That was probably the first time that something that dramatic happened, I guess. So that was cool.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah,
No.
that was really neat.
That's wild.
Yeah, it definitely shocked the crap out of me, let me tell you.
I see you're not expecting that.
No, I wasn't at all. We were just sitting there talking and just, you know, enjoying the darkness, I guess. And then all of a sudden I went forward. So
They felt it was time for you to go.
I guess I needed to go back to my room.
I guess that's the reason why we chase the paranormal, because we want to understand it more. But it's always interesting when you have experiences like that.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what I tell people. It's like, I don't want to be a skeptic. I want to see something. I want
Right.
to experience something. But I think what's going to take is an apparition to, like, face to face.
Not one that knocks
Yeah,
into you
know.
and gives you a bloody nose.
Don't know if it was that person. It could have been another reenactor. I mean, it could have been anybody. But yeah, I mean, it's going to have to come to an apparition to stare square at me in the face for me to actually believe something.
I wonder, hang on. I want to see if I still have this picture in my, let's see, I can't remember how it got sent to me. I work in a hotel right now,
Okay.
and I am pretty convinced that it is haunted. Um, yep, there it is. I have it. So the hotel itself is very new. It's only been there for about 8 years. But from where we live in Morristown, it was really big. What, Civil War, right?
The other thing, but
Yeah. Um, when I first started there, one of my coworkers who's no longer there was telling me that it was haunted. And I work overnights sometimes. Well, now I'm going to be doing it full time. But she was like, you can hear things, you can see things. And I was just like, yeah, right. Come on, you guys are just here by yourselves, so your mind's playing tricks on you. Well, as time has gone by, I have actually experienced things. Um, this one picture, I'm hoping you'll be able to see it. Me and my coworker Brianna were working, and I had went into the laundry room to where the bathroom is. It's the break room, and the laundry room is a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie. I get a weird feeling every single time and I always go to the corner where the laundry chute is. For some reason I just have a feeling there's something over there. So every time I go in, I look over there and then whatever. I come out of the bathroom and I'm leaving and I go back into the back office and my friend Brianna is just staring at the cameras. And I said, Brianna, what are you doing? She said, why were you just standing there? I said, Bree, what are you talking about? She said, you're standing right there. I said, Bree, I'm right here. I'm not, that's not me. So I don't know. Do you think? Hold it up a little bit.
You can hold it towards the camera.
So this little figure right here in the doorway, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it?
Go up just a little bit. I
I don't
can
know if you can.
see the door.
There is a figure in the doorway and it's not me.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, oh yeah, you can see it. The
Yeah.
picture cleared up. Holy cow.
Yeah, that is not me. Because she kept staring at it and pointing. She said, "You don't see that." And then I really focused in on it, and I was just like, "Oh my God." Because there's something there. And this is the first real thing I've ever captured, not as a group. And I think I called Steven. I was like, "Steven, I just caught a ghost on camera." And he was like, "Are you sure that's not?" I said, "No, that's not me." I said, "Literally just walked past that. That's not me."
That's awesome.
I've heard things in the hotel. My friend Sarah, um, she is definitely a sensitive. She can see things. She has seen spirits. She sees and hears a lot of stuff. And I was working with Sarah, and in the kitchen again, another creepy area I don't like, especially at 4 o'clock in the morning. I do not like that kitchen. Um, but I was in there during the day making coffee, and I distinctly heard Sarah's voice go, "Hey, Steph." So I turned around and I was like, "Hey, what do you want, Sarah?" And Sarah's at the front desk. She's nowhere near the kitchen. And so I go up to the front desk. I'm like, "Sarah, what did you want?" She said, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Did you call me?" And she said, "No." I said, "Okay." Well, and jokingly, I said, "Well, you've got a mimic." And she said, "I know it follows me."
Oh my gosh.
I was like, "Wait, you have a what?" But yeah, she has her own little spirits that follow her. And but yeah, that was because I heard it loud and clear, "Hey, Steph," in her voice. And I was just like, "Okay, we're not supposed to be answering mimics," but I did.
I do every time I hear him too.
But yeah, again, like us hearing that voice at the house we were investigating, that it was literally loud and clear. Somebody saying my name that clearly, and it was in her voice, and she was nowhere near the kitchen.
That's crazy.
Because even if you shout from the front desk, it's still not that clear.
Oh wow.
So yeah. Because I have to literally go out of the kitchen and be like, "What'd you say?" And they're shouting from the desk, and I still can't hear them that great. So yeah.
That's really neat. I mean, maybe not the mimic part, but the capturing of evidence part is really neat.
Well, I mean, the mimic part was great too. I just wish she would have told me that before.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So yeah, those have been my two main experiences working at the hotel.
That's awesome. See, I work in a casino where there's a bunch of people all over the place anyways, so
Right,
I just take it for what it is. If I see something, I just assume it's somebody walking from the back to the front.
right.
But when we closed for COVID, man, a big building where there's usually thousands of people and there's nobody in there, that was creepy.
Yeah,
Didn't see anything, but it was creepy.
yeah. I used to work at the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge,
Oh, okay.
and
That's cool.
that place is definitely haunted.
I could imagine.
Yeah, there we had a little girl spirit in the gift shop. She kept knocking stuff off the shelves, and even during the busy times, there would be stuff happening, and everybody be like, "No," I'm like, "No, I'm telling you, this little girl is knocking books off the bookcase." And yeah, we got to go through the ship one night after closing time. My manager took us through the ship. I mean, it's dark in there. Once the lights are out, it's dark. You can't see anything, and it's very eerie. We got to the past the music room where you're going to go through the bridge to touch the water, and that's as far as we got because everybody got creeped out because the music room was red from the exit light. So the whole room was red. So I had that really eerie feeling to it. So everybody was just like, "Nope, we're done."
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't have
it was,
much.
huh?
We don't have much like that around here.
I do miss working at the Titanic, but I like where I'm at. So
Gotta stay where you're comfortable for sure.
exactly.
Oh, thank you
You're
guys
laughing at me.
so much.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank
having
you,
us.
yes.
Yeah,
Thank you for
we
having
appreciate it.
us.
Yeah, of course. If you ever want to do it again, just let me know. We're
Oh,
always,
definitely.
you know,
Well, this is our first podcast, I mean, it's my first podcast ever, so I mean that's this is a new one for me. But we'll plan on doing have our own podcast. So we would definitely like to have you as a guest.
Yeah, absolutely.
when
I'm
we get
always
that
down.
going.
Yeah, I know
Maybe
Kevin
next
would be
time we're
interested
all
in that
together,
too.
we can have the missing members with us on
Yeah.
Yes.
too, so
Yeah.
everybody can meet.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And again, if you're ever in New York and you want to do a collaboration, just let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
If you get down to East Tennessee, hit us up.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to start branching out a little farther. I mean, we've gone to Ohio and Pennsylvania, but that's about it. That's not overly far, but absolutely. I would definitely hit you guys up. You guys seem like an awesome group. So,
Thank you.
Oh, we are.
of course. Well, that's awesome. And again, I can't thank you guys enough. This was really cool. So, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
man.
you.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. And I will get you guys, I'll send you guys the link to the video if you can do with it whatever you want, if you guys have a YouTube channel or anything.
Okay.
And then I'll also send you the episode specifically with just the sound. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
all right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, of
Thank
course.
you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
Take
of course.
care.
Thank you guys. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.